Hey guys, what is up? How are you? Welcome back. For today's video, I wanted to share with you guys my Sephora Vib sale recommendations. The sale is actually quickly approaching us. I didn't realize how quickly until I was actually looking at it. I'm like, I realized it was pretty quick. Okay, let me give you guys the dates. I also did want to show you my natural hair. See the curls are kind of like coming in. I washed my hair yesterday, so you can see the real deal with this one. It's like straight on bottom because the keratin is still there, but this is where it's kind of like fading away. I don't know, are we curly Liora or straight Liora? I haven't decided yet. All right, so if you are a Rouge member, you will be receiving 20% off. The sale begins on November 5th and it ends on November 15th. Next, we have a VIB. VIB gets 15% off. Sale begins on November 9th and it ends November 15th. Then we have Insider, which will receive 10% off. Sale begins on November 11th and will end on November 15th. So for everyone, it ends November 15th, but depending on which tier you're at, you're gonna start either earlier or a little bit later. I'll have these dates linked down below in case that was too much to remember. Also, Sephora is gonna be having 30% off all the Sephora collection goods, which I think is amazing. They've released tons of holiday stuff this season. So if you wanted to pick up anything for yourself, for a loved one, a friend, someone, all of their goods, the Sephora collection goods, are going to be on sale for 30% off, which I think is pretty awesome no matter what tier you're at. So you have my coffee here. I got these cups from TJ, by the way. Really nice, although it's hard to wash because I can't get my hand in there, but I like it. Okay, so I did write some notes here just because I didn't want to forget anything. But in this specific video, I'm going to be recommending to you guys 10 super solid goodies that I feel like one would really enjoy having in their life. You guys know, if I love something, say it. If I don't really love it, I'm just gonna tell you I love it. These are amazing, amazing items that are tried and true to me. I've loved for a decent amount of time, and I just feel like they help either my makeup game be a bit more simpler, my skincare game be a bit more simpler, or my smelling game, you know, kicked up a notch kind of thing. So these are solid products. I picked out 10 just so it's not too much and overwhelming. And then also, if you guys have been watching my channel for a little bit, I've reviewed tons of Sephora favorites kits, a lot of new palettes that recently released. I did a walk through, through Sephora, sharing with you guys what they have there. I also spoke about tons of kits that they have in store and online too. And then I also have a video where I discuss my favorite makeup items for 2021 so far. So most of those videos will be linked down below. If you just check in my channel, you could see I have a bunch there. So I didn't want this video also to be repetitive in a sense, you know? All right, let's get started. All right, so I actually had to switch locations just because the lighting was pretty bad and it was pissing me off. Not gonna lie here. So here's where we're at for now. But yeah, let's get started with the goods. First up, I have the Patrick Ta blush here. This is one of his monochromatic blushes in the shade She's Passionate. This is probably, speaks for itself, I'll tell you that. It's probably my favorite blush ever. I find that this shade is just like the most perfect blush tone ever. It's not too cool, it's not too warm, it's like a pinky peach tone shade. It lasts beautifully throughout the day, builds up well too, and just really goes with any look. You know what I'm saying? The quality is really like nothing I've ever tried, and it's just like a blush where it's like, okay, please, you know, it's just a blush. Like all blushes like do the same thing kind of thing. But there really is something special and very, very unique about this one. And I mean, there's a reason as to why I hit pan on it. It is such solid stuff. I know that there are 3 other shades in the line, so 4 in total, if this is maybe not your tone. So you have a few other options to choose from. I will say though, he did recently release a blush palette, which includes 3 cream blushes and 3 powder blushes. I'm not going to necessarily recommend that because I haven't had a chance to use it, but I know that that one you might get a bang, more of a bang for your buck kind of thing. I also know it's been sold out for forever, so hopefully by the VIB sale it's going to be available. But if you're just looking for like that one thing that'll change your actual existence, this one, it's the one. Next up, I have this eyeshadow palette here from Huda Beauty. So I was looking through my palettes to really see what do I use, what do I enjoy, and what do I feel good in? You know what I mean? So this right here is definitely one of them. This is the Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsessions palette. I love that this palette provides a nice amount of mattes, but also a nice amount of metallics. You get the best of both worlds with this one. With the mattes, you can build up the shades in the transition area, and I think they work out very, very beautifully. And then with the metallics, I won't say they're the thinnest consistency metallics ever, but they're not the thickest. Like, they're easy to work with and they last on the eyes. every single time I use this palette, I'm just always like feeling my look, and I'm just obsessed with how it turns out. If you are looking for a nice purple tone palette, something small, something you can take with you anywhere and everywhere, and something that will maybe even inspire you, because this palette does inspire me to do things that I typically don't do, then because this shade in the middle is like next level, and it just looks so cool on the eyes, and you want to just use it in a million different ways. So yeah, if you're looking for something like that, I think that the formula is pretty easy to work with, builds up nicely, lasts throughout the whole day, and this is a palette that anytime I wear this, the compliments from you guys literally flood in, which I always appreciate. I think it's so cute. But yeah, I think this is amazing. Next up, I wanted to speak to you guys about the ABH Holiday Palette. This right here is called the Primrose Palette. If you guys want to see a first impression on this and look, then it's up on my channel. But I think it's so good. I keep saying, I think this is amazing. I think this is really amazing. So you get 10 shades in total, from matte to metallics, and then one shade here is a matte with gold glitter, but it kind of comes across as matte on the eyes. And then you get one blush, one matte, kind of like light peachy blush. And then Saddle, I feel like I use it personally as a blush, but a lot of you guys had told me it's a bronzer. I feel like for me, it's a little bit too maybe orange to be a bronzer. So I actually love mixing both of these together. I'll just use this on its own, very, very little, because these are all very, very pigmented, and it works out beautifully for that. So you have the option to use it as a blush if you like these tones. But I think that the quality of this palette is so beyond nice, so smooth, so easy to work with, and it looks stunning on. I love the fact that it kind of just includes a lot of like golds and rose golds, but it has a pop of like rosiness too. And I just think that the contrast between both of those shades just look really pretty on the eyes if you're going for a more natural look or for more of a dramatic look. These are like butter, very easy. They have a little bit of fallout because they are so soft, but every single time I use this, I'm like, whoa. Could someone just explain to me what's going on here? You know what I mean? This is just like truly a diamond in the rough. I feel like this did not get as much hype as I feel like it should have. But this for me is very on par with like the original OG Norvina palette. That's my favorite ABH eyeshadow palette ever. And I'm so happy to see that they kind of kept the formula pretty much the same. Like I purchased a decent amount for the holiday season, but that one right there is always the one that I'm like, okay, I need you. I just need you. It's like one of those palettes I just love using. Then I wanted to speak to you guys about this Milk makeup kit. This right here is a must have. If there's anything you're picking up from this video, anyways, this is only $25 on Sephora's website. You get 2 full-size goodies, not deluxe sizes, none of that in here. 2 full-size goodies, which typically retail for at least $20 to $22 each. So it's almost like you're getting a free goodie, you know, a free item. You also get this really cute bag that I would totally reuse. I don't know, for like traveling and stuff. It has an amazing zipper. Love the zipper. I actually am wearing both of these right now. You guys know I've been on this wing liner kick. And I mean, here and there I struggle, but I feel like this liner, I'll tell you honestly, makes everything so beyond easy, mainly because the tip on it is more on the longer side. And for me, I find it to be a little bit easier because it covers up much more surface space quicker. Especially like, I feel like when the tip is a little bit more on the smaller size, it takes so much more strokes to get the perfect line. And I'm like, I can't do this. And then I have more opportunity to mess up. But with this, it's not really like that. So if you have a hard time creating a wing liner, you know me, I was struggling with it like beyond for a long time. But I feel like this just makes things easy. It's really nice. It's super black and it dries down, not the quickest, but not the slowest either. So you have a little bit of a wiggle room there. I find that it lasts throughout the whole day. You can also, if you don't want to do the whole wing, you can just like line your upper lash line, and I think it works out really well. So I'm very, very happy with that. And then this mascara is actually, I think, my 3rd or 4th one. This is the Kush mascara. First of all, the reason why I like this is because it's so weighted, and I believe that this is made of recycled aluminum, which is kind of cool. So yeah, you definitely feel like a vibe when you're holding this. And for this one, I adore the wand. I typically love fluffy, very like bushy wands, because I find for my lashes, it actually creates everything that I need. Length, volume, and like that whole fluffy look. That's what this pretty much does. The wand on it is perfection. It is more of a natural bristled wand. I wouldn't say it's the wettest formula. It's actually not. It's slightly more on the drier side, but I feel like it grasps onto the lashes really beautifully, and it creates a really nice effect. Like when I look at my lashes and after I apply this, I'm like, wow, you know. And actually when I was at the Milk makeup studio, one of the girls who was doing my makeup, she's like, girl, you have lashes for days. I'm like, I guess so. I guess when you're really up close, you can really see. But in general, I don't know, it just kind of brings out everything you have to offer in a sense. So I really like this kit. I think it's definitely 10 out of 10, especially considering the fact that they're both full sizes. Full sizes. Next, I have a fragrance here. So you guys know I've been speaking about fragrances a lot. If you do refer back to some of my videos, like I love the Carolina Herrera perfume. I love the Chloe Nomad perfume. It's also one of my favorites. What else? Ooh, the new Gucci Flora perfume is also a really, really good one. So I spoke about those a ton, I would say, but this one right here is one that I didn't speak about as much, and I've been enjoying it so much lately. This is the K. Ali Deja Vu White Flower perfume. So I finished up a decent amount. It came in a kit with a lipstick. I don't know if she sells this. I think she does actually. She has this in her line in the full size, but she has it in a kit as well. Here, I'll show you a pic right here if you guys are interested in it. But this, I have to read the notes on it because I didn't think I was gonna like it because it initially has a little bit of like a stronger scent, but when you put it on, it just has like this sophistication to it. Like I'm ready to take on the day, no matter what comes my way. We're gonna do it. So this right here is in the Florals, Warm Florals family. It has gardenia, jasmine, and vanilla. If you like my style of scents, you're gonna absolutely love this. I think this is perfect for the nighttime. It just amps up your game. You know what I mean? Next, I wanted to speak to you guys about a skincare item that I've been really, really enjoying. This is the Fresh Black Tea Instant Perfecting Mask. So this right here is an amazing mask if you do have larger pores, if you have texture on your skin, so like bumps on your skin, and your face is not feeling smooth. Like, I have times where my face literally feels this smooth, and when it doesn't feel that way, I know that my skincare game is not as strong as I would like for it to be, or I'm just slacking, which sometimes happens. So this does say here that it smooths and immediately softens, and I will say that is true with this one right when you use it. So I apply it on my face, leave it on for about 15 minutes, and then when you wash it off your face, pretty much feels as smooth as this. Like, it just feels delicious. I mean, depending on how much texture you have on the skin, it might take a few uses, but this definitely helps with that, and I can visually see an actual difference. Like my face looks and feels so much more supple and like lively and like fuller in a sense. This does have a really nice light scent, nothing too irritating at all. Also, it has more of like a creamy texture. A little bit does go a long way with this as well. And I mean, if you want to purchase this on its own, it is available, but I know that Fresh also has just a bunch of different kits, which if you guys watched my walkthrough Sephora video that I uploaded earlier this week, I shared with you guys some of the kits that they have to offer. They have a mask kit that includes 4 different masks for a pretty reasonable price. So this right here is probably my favorite mask from their line, but they also have a few other ones that are amazing. Next, I wanted to speak to you guys about this right here. This is the Sephora Favorites Lip Kit. So it's specifically called Swipe of Lip Color Lipstick and Lip Balm Set. I already reviewed this on my channel, so I'm not gonna go too in depth with it, and I don't have the actual box on me because I threw it out already, but I love this. I've reviewed all of the Sephora Favorites kits for holiday, and I love all of them, I'm not gonna lie, but if I had to choose one, I think that this is curated so well. You get 2 full-size goodies in here and then 3 deluxe sizes, so a nice roundup of just good items. And I don't feel like this kit was just like thrown together. I feel like there was thought put into this. You get the Summer Fridays lip balm that has a little bit of a tint to it. That's in my car. I've been using it pretty much daily. The YSL mini lipstick, gorgeous pink everyday shade. NARS lip pencil. That's a pretty decently sized lip product. It's actually full size. Sorry, you get 3 full-size goodies and 2 deluxe sizes. That's a beautiful blue toned red. We also get the Clinique lip balm, which I feel like is very TikTok viral at the moment, so it's included in this kit. And then the Huda Beauty lip liner, which I actually pulled out in yesterday's Shop My Stash. It's been a lip liner that I've been using almost daily. Like anytime I'm using a lip liner, it's pretty much that. It's retractable, it's a gorgeous shade. These tones are perfect. I like that there's a little bit of everything. And I think for the $36 value, it's just priced very, very well for amazing goods. So that's a 100% recommend, no question. I also did want to recommend a kit here from Charlotte Tilbury. So you guys know, or if you don't know, I love the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in Pillow Talk. Pillow Talk lip liner and lipstick are like my favorite pink lip products ever. It's just, I feel like for me, the perfect tone. They have medium 2 and I think medium 3 as well, depending on your skin tone. But I just personally love the OG lipstick. So you could purchase the lipstick and lip liner on its own, but because they have so many kits available right now, personally I would recommend this kit right here, which is called the Mini Pillow Talk Lipstick and Lip Liner Duo. It's only $25. You get 2 little ones in here, but a decent amount of product in each to get a really good feel of what these kits have to offer. And I feel like I was speaking so fast and I'm like, wait, what was I gonna say next? No, so I really like this one, and I feel like it would be a great way for you to test the formula out and the lipstick shade out and lip liner shade out if you've been wanting this. So they have the regular Pillow Talk, they have Pillow Talk Medium, and then Pillow Talk Intense. So again, the 3 different Pillow Talks, I guess depending on your skin tone, you know, you'll see what works out better for you. But I personally still think that the Pillow Talk, the nude pink, the OG one, I think that would look amazing on everyone. I think it's just a very universally flattering pink shade that's not way too light, but it's not way too dark either. And it just looks good, you know? I have 2 more palettes to discuss with you guys. And these are palettes that I feel like I've spoken about a decent amount of times. Well, one more than the other. And I wanted to mention it because they're good stuff. They're good stuff. Okay. You already knew. The Glam palette. All right, we're gonna run through this because you already know what I'm gonna say. Okay, this is like the best. It's like the best thing ever. $65, Natasha Denona Glam eyeshadow palette. This is the Cool Tone palette that she has in her line. Every single time I wear this, I kid you not, every single time I'm always getting stopped and asked, what are you wearing on your eyes? Even if I do like a more natural look, but especially when I do a dramatic look with this one, like, whoa, you guys. So you guys always compliment me, I realize that, but it's when I wear specific shades, and it's this and this palette that you guys just love. And then I'll tell you also, like, these tones, I didn't know if they looked good on me, and I was like, nah, I'm not feeling it. And then I tried it and I was like, you know what? It might even look better than warm tones on me. And then with purples, they're hard to do for me. Like, I feel like some of them look good and some of them just look muddy and dirty, but this doesn't. And every time I wear it, I'm just like, yeah, I just love it. So basically what I'm trying to say is if there's a specific like color story that's not your speed, that you're not really interested in, because I wasn't really interested in this, not initially when this came out, but in this color story to begin with. Like, I always felt like these shades looked weird on me. But then when this came in, I'm like, okay, maybe, you know, and then it's my #1. I love the bronze palette too, for sure. It's one of my favorites as well. It's like a nice J-Lo vibe palette. But this right here is so beyond. So this palette has a bunch of mattes you can build up the crease with, from lighter browns to deeper browns. And then you can just throw any of the metallics on the lids. And I like that there are like some pinky tone metallics, golds, rose golds, and then the silver tones as well. If you were wanting a Natasha Denona palette and you were wanting to spend like the $65, like you're like, which one should I really get? Like, let me get a solid one. This is it. Because typically when I go out or when I'm doing a look, like hanging out for the night or whatever, I'm 99% of the time pulling out a Natasha Denona palette, and it's either this or the bronze or one of her little ones. I don't know, I just love her stuff. Her palettes are amazing. Okay, and then the final palette that I wanted to discuss with you guys is this one right here from Pat McGrath. This is her holiday palette for 2021, and I actually didn't pick up last year's palette, but this one right here totally spoke to me. I love all of the tones and shades in here, and I think that, like, when I hold this, I mentioned to you guys, it's a palette that takes me out of my comfort zone and it allows me to do things that I typically wouldn't do. I combine certain shades together and I'm like, you know what? Wow, this looks amazing. I will also say though, it is a palette that I typically go for when I'm going for more of a like a shebang, dramatic look. So it's not one that I'll pull out if I'm going for a very fast, easy go-to look, because you're so saturated. Not that you need so much time to blend them out, but you need to give yourself a minute there. But they're so easy to work with and they look very rich and like real and solid on the eye. You get a selection of mattes, not way too much, but then you have a lot of her glittery shades, her metallic shades, and just a bunch of delicious glowy type of eyeshadows. Also, if you guys were curious about her formula but you didn't want to spend the $125 on like a bigger palette that only includes 12 shades, this I want to say $78. The shades I think are a drop smaller, but not really, like maybe like by a dot, and you get so much more shades in here, and I feel like this is definitely on par with her regular traditional palettes. So if you want to get a little bit of a bang for your buck in a sense, I think that this is amazing. All right, so I want to say that's pretty much it. These are, yeah, my top 10 goodies that I personally recommend for the Sephora VIB sale. If you guys have recommendations for me, definitely let me know. I'm always looking for just goodies that you personally love, so keep me posted. I hope you guys enjoy this and I hope you found it helpful, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.